India is known for its independent foreign policy, and that's been an irritant with whether it's a Democratic president or a Republican president, because certain things we have our independent line. So, how do you see these, if possible, how it would play out in the presidency of Trump, or even if it is Harris?
Since the numbers are still coming and the Western states, I mean, the big, huge Western states like California, which is obviously going Democratic, is still to come. So let me rest my judgment on, at this moment, who's winning. Obviously, Trump seems to have an advantage, but as the Western state results will come, the picture will start changing. So let me actually answer the more interesting question that you asked. Who would be a better president for India, right? I'm assuming that's the question. And let's take President Trump. If Trump were to become the president, two scenarios, according to me. Whether Trump comes with a massive majority, almost like let's say what Ronald Reagan had, that kind of majority, and if the Senate goes completely red in favor of the Republicans, that is one scenario. The second scenario is that Trump wins just with a majority, simple majority, and the Senate is not clearly red. So I would argue the second scenario, which is just a majority for Trump, is better for India rather than if Trump were to get a landslide. But the reason being, if Trump gets a landslide, he, if you look at his campaign promises, he is going to raise tariff walls in a major way. Earlier, he was saying 10%. Now he's saying 20%. And sometimes he goes and gives, absolutely crazy figures for the tariff walls. That, if he does, and especially if he gets, there is a majority in the Senate, which means everything he wants will get passed by the Congress. In that case, I feel that India will suffer along with China and the other countries which are exporting in a major way. Let's take India-US bilaterals, right? We are actually, America is one of our largest partners. In fact, in comparison to China and let's say the Gulf countries, it's closer to, let's say, it's certainly much more than $100 billion. It's closer to 150 and things like that. It keeps changing the figures and the way you measure it. Now, in that, we have a major surplus right now, a trade surplus. Once the tariff walls come up, if Trump's, what he wants is done, then India will suffer in terms of its exports. So I think it will hurt us. It will hurt China. It will hurt the other developing countries which are exporting to the US and which actually have, let's say, a surplus with the US. So that's clear. If Harris were to win, let's say, at this moment, it looks a little unlikely, but it's too early. If Harris were to win, she is not going to raise the tariff walls. That is quite clear from her campaign promises. So there, India stands to gain. Suppose Trump were to come with a less majority, just a simple majority, and the Senate doesn't go complete red, then even if he makes a lot of noise about raising the tariff walls, that may not be approved by, that may not be passed by the Congress. So that again will be more like, the huffing and the puffing by President Trump. But in terms of policy, there won't be a major change. So I feel from that perspective, India gains if Trump were to come with a slight majority or if Kamala Harris were to come in terms of trade. In terms of other issues, for example, I mean, if you remember, Harris, because her focus is human rights, so she might raise the issues of, let's say, Article 370 Kashmir, for example. In the past, at least, she had. I mean, now I doubt once she becomes a president, she'll obviously be more pragmatic, but she would raise issues like that, or this entire Sikh violence issue, which is becoming a big issue with Canada, even with the US. I think Harris would perhaps raise more than compared to President Trump. Trump is more a businessman.
Yeah.
He simply wants